problem with a great introduction by someone who has only seen me give competitive speeches is that they've never seen me give a speech for the first time in front of a new crowd. So, anyway, I'll do my best. When I think of family traditions, it actually goes with what I wanted to talk to you about, which is bad habits. If people are not trained properly, they get bad habits. Specifically, men get bad habits. Specifically, I have bad habits. When I went home as a family tradition to Thanksgiving, my mother walked by the room I was staying in and went, "Why is the wet towel on the floor?" And I tried to explain about some cultural experiments I was doing with mold on the carpeting, and it was not well received. She then walked by the bathroom and went, "Before you leave, why don't you just take a paper towel and wipe the mirror from the food particles that you used from flossing?" Yeah. Thankfully, she didn't make any comments about the hair in the sink. So I'll give her a pass. Without proper training, you get bad habits. And I'm going to teach you a good habit today. So my first question is, who here checks their email first thing in the morning when they wake up or when they get to work? Right when they get in the door. Okay. Who here has felt they've ever lost a whole day to emails? Okay. I'm going to show you today that it's a habit, and you have gotten into a bad habit. When I learned to golf, I tried to teach myself without any instruction. I'd sit there, I'd line up, and hit the ball. And sure enough, I got the most miraculous slice to the right you've ever seen. When I used to line up at a golf course to hit, the hole was right there by my timer. I would line up like this, knowing for sure my slice would go right there. My friends would make fun of me. I taught myself to snowboard, and I thought I did a good job. But you get bad habits. I went and got an instructor to go into the terrain park to start going off jumps. The guy said, "Let me see you ride." So I showed him, and then I go, "Teach me to ride in the park." And he said, "First, I'm going to teach you to ride properly." Who taught you how to do email? Did you have any formal training? So we developed potentially bad habits. One thing that emails are reactive. They come in and they're exciting. You might not know it, but your brain actually kind of likes getting an email. We've all gotten that email that said, "In the pantry is a cookie. Free cookies for all." How exciting and happy is that? Now, not all emails are happy, but new and exciting makes your brain happy. You're reactive, and your habits have gone and favored that reactiveness. But here's the thing. If you are reactive, you cannot be productive. The two are not the same thing. They are opposite of each other. When you're trying to be productive, when you're trying to get one single task done, every time that you switch to do something else, when that email blink comes in, it takes mental energy to go from that task, to switch to that task, and then to come back. Your brain is favoring being reactive over being productive. These are conflicting ideas. It's like trying to bring awareness to obesity by having a food eating contest. It's like going to a lung cancer event and taking a quick smoke break. It's like trying to explain to a group of people that you are the most amazing, most single best, modest person. These are two conflicting ideas that cannot be done. So I'm going to teach you two habits today that will help you become more productive and less reactive. Number one, don't check your emails first thing in the morning or when you first come to work. This is based on what I call the breakfast theory. The breakfast theory is there is not a single scientific piece of research that states you should not eat breakfast. Everybody says breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And we might not all do it for whatever our habits are, but there's no piece of scientific evidence supporting. If you read anything about productivity in emails, they all tell you don't check it first thing in the morning. It will deride your day. It sets things up for you. So a new habit you can try today is, right at the end of the day, when you looked at everything you just did, write down on a piece of paper what you want to do when you first get to the office tomorrow morning. And do that thing first. And do it for an hour, which comes to my second tip. Check your email in intervals, not constantly. Every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes, whatever is a good interval for you. Now, people might complain at first, but you're going to have an explanation, and it's sound. You're going to say, I don't constantly check my email. I'm more productive if I don't. I can get more things done if I don't check it. Now, I've had my bosses come to my desk and say, did you get that email that I just sent you? And I'll go, I haven't read it yet. I am not constantly checking email. What is it? And they will typically tell me. And I train people, if it is urgent, you need to call me or just stop by my desk. I don't check email constantly or let email check up on me. So those are 2 tips that I can give you to help your productivity. So one day, I did it. Right before I left work, I said, I have this one report I have to get done in the next 2 or 3 days, but I'm going to start it tomorrow morning. And I came into work, and I started that report from 8:30 to 9:30. I got so much done, I said, I'm going to keep going. 9:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11:30. I worked up until the afternoon, took a lunch break, and you know what? I continued to do it. I never checked my email, and I had the report done. And I went to my boss. Donna was my boss. Donna, here's the report. I'm done 2 days early, and we're good to go. But you know what Donna might say to me? Oh, you're in the office today. I didn't know that because you weren't at the 11 o'clock meeting. How many people use Outlook as their email manager? What else does it do besides email? Schedule. So the lesson is don't let email control your day, but be sure to check your schedule.